Out this video, the sad life of YouTube's most cancelled creator.
Jakashi was on track to become the next big Minecraft YouTuber until he was cancelled over 40 times in less than 7 days. Who was Jakashi? What did he do? And how has his life been impacted as a result of these actions? Let's begin by looking at an early video posted to his Twitter, during which Jakashi would give a quick overview of who he was.
Hello, my name is Jakashi Demetrius. I'm a 22-year-old Minecraft and just chatting streamer, and I've been streaming for like 7 years. My favorite part about streaming is the fact that I get to meet awesome people and make amazing friends.
There were definitely some elements of weird in this introductory video, such as him calling himself a cat boy.
It's time for my lore. I'm a cat boy.
While showing his cat ear collection before stating this.
I can meow if you want.
But for the most part, this video was fairly innocent, with his solid reputation being summarized by the countless positive replies. In other Twitter threads, Jakashi was described as not only one of the best people I know, but also one of the best and most hardworking CCs I know, helping Jakashi to get noticed by Dream, who randomly raided Jakashi's Twitch channel.
Wait, what? Huh? Hello? What? There's no way. Wait, yo, what the what? Welcome everybody. What the?
Dream
Hello and welcome to the stream, everybody. What? I'm trying not to cry. Thank you guys so much. You love my nails. Thank you. Thank you for all the gifteds. Thank you for all the biddies, the follows. Dream, yes, actually Dream.
Before Dream would double down on the kind gesture by donating $2,000 to him.
Whoa.
Dream, there's no freaking way. A $2,000 donate. Dream. What the heck? Thank you so much. What?
According to a former friend by the name of Pocket, Jakashi was an extremely hard worker and therefore deserved the recognition.
Jakashi was somebody who always worked hard, you know, he never gave up, he kept things pushing when his support wasn't there, and this is just well deserved, man. I'm just super happy for you, so congratulations, Jakashi.
And to the credit of Jakashi, he was extremely grateful for the shout out, posting on Twitter, "Invest in Jakashi stonks right now. Thank you, Dream was taken. You and your community are amazing," which received replies of further praise such as, "You deserve it, you seem so chill." After being raided by Dream, Jakashi's Twitch viewership exploded.
Jakashi was getting like 30 to 60 viewers per stream. This is game changing. Now he's getting a couple hundred.
While almost every single tweet he'd post began to
And one raid by a big content creator can save you years of hard work.
Say between 100 and a couple thousand likes.
And he's getting like thousands of likes per tweet now, like 1 to 2,000, which is insane, bro, like just overnight.
Additionally, his follower counts grew to 57,000 on Twitch, 27,000 on TikTok, 7,000 on YouTube, and more than 10,000 on Twitter, with this growth being highlighted in a tweet reading, "I'm still so shocked that I went from like 1.5k-ish to 11.5k-ish in like 4 days. You guys are bonkers," which once again prompted reply after reply of people reiterating just how much he deserved the growth. However, Jakashi's biggest success would come 4 months after these tweets, when he'd announced on the 24th of October 2021 that he'd been invited by Dream to join his SMP. What's this? I'm one of the newest members of Dream SMP. Can't wait to make new friends and great memories. The reason this post received over 26,000 likes and hundreds of positive comments was because being invited to the Dream SMP was like winning the lottery for Minecraft content creators. For example, Tommy Innit gained 8 million subscribers in the 12 months after he joined the Dream SMP, while almost every other member has an extremely recognizable name as a partial result of the server's influence. Therefore, being invited to the Dream SMP gave Jakashi an extremely high probability that he was going to be one of the next big names amongst that group, with his Twitch gaining over 32,000 followers after announcing that he joined the server. Jakashi instantly began to exhibit the same kind of outlook and attitude as these other Minecraft streamers, making a Twitter post only 1 day after being accepted into the SMP reading, "So I had something brought to my attention that one of my new mods said something that wasn't okay in any circumstance. They have been unmodded because that doesn't fly with me at all. That isn't the kind of stuff I want in my chat, not from mods, not from anyone. Love you guys." For people asking for context, there was something said about self-harm and it wasn't okay, with this post seemingly try to establish the idea that he was of good morals and could do nothing wrong, which also seemed to be the goal of his countless other tweets.
I totally understand it's not that he changes as a person, but once your community grows and you have a wider audience and you have more people that what you say and do influence, you become more self-aware and more cautious about what you say out there, because you know that there are more people and probably a lot of kids that, especially that he's a Minecraft streamer, a lot of kids that watches him and likes him, and if they come from Dream Stream or whatnot, then he should behave on the same level, kinda, you know, so he can have a good moral influence on them, and because kids really like like to imitate their content creators a lot.
where he was trying to come off as extremely nice
That
and
doesn't mean that
overly
he is pretending to be someone else. It's just that he changes a bit to be more careful what he says and what he does. I would do the same. If there were more kids watching me and if my content was around Minecraft or surrounding such games like Roblox and whatnot, I would not be a different person, but I would be more careful what I say and how I act sometimes. Like here I troll you guys and I say a lot of times like get good or oh my god, you know, like I start laughing at something and I make jokes with you. If you were kids, I would know that that would not fly. I would know that I would hurt your feelings because you don't know that it's a joke and you would think that I'm really like bullying you or making fun of you. So I would be more positive. I would be like, good job, or that was nice and stuff like. But I don't do that with you guys. You're grown up. Like, come on. You know?
accepting of others. However, you should always be cautious of a creator who seems too nice, because everybody has an unseen dark side, and perhaps Jakishi's overwhelming
nice on the internet
kindness
doesn't
was nothing
mean
more than a cover-up
anything, yeah.
for his own horrible past.
Whoa.
My experience with Jakishi/Demetrius popped up on the 26th of October 2021, only 2 days after he was accepted into the Dream
Here we
SMP.
go.
It had been posted by a user named Ren, who had attached a tweet longer which read as follows. Due to the recent event of him joining a considerably large content creator group and gaining exponentially more exposure, I feel like it's my responsibility to bring this to light in order to prevent this person from taking advantage of more young girls. The tweet longer then explained that the two had begun talking when she was 14, Jakishi was 18 or 19, and that things had gotten heated in the chat pretty
What is going on this year and last year with all of these content creators being that thing and all these SAs and whatnot? Like, what is going on? It's too much.
quickly. The two had joked about sending pictures to each other, which they would eventually do, and had also talked about meeting up, quote, if we would have met up that summer, I would have been 15 while he was 20, alone in a hotel with a man who said that he would try to not make sexual advances on me. The post concluded by stating, I can no longer ignore it, as his audience of young and impressionable girls is growing by the second. I blocked him on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram several months ago, after we eventually grew apart, and have not spoken to him since. I also know that I was not the only underage girl that he was sexual with. Ren had all of the screenshots to match, and with the expose receiving over 50,000 likes, it was only going to be so long until Dream realized what was going on, who would take to his private Twitter in a post reading, remove Demetrius from the SMP for gross accusations that he also confirmed privately were accurate.
He confirmed them privately as accurate.
No questions, no
Ew.
toleration.
Ew.
Disgusted and
Ew.
incredibly disappointed.
Ew.
We'll never let things like this stop me from trying to uplift members of the community and smaller content creators. It's part of what makes our community great. So stick together, be there for people who need it, and always be safe online. However, Jakishi being removed from the Dream SMP was really only the beginning of his problems. On the original expose, a user by the name of Mackerel had replied by stating, my friend had a bad experience with him too, indicating that Jakishi
I love how when one person comes out and is courageous, everyone follows. I don't know why that is a thing, but since ever it's a thing. You have seen it multiple times in real life, in court and whatnot, or in movies. It's always the case. Like one person can encourage you to go out there and tell your story. A lot of time people say, oh, it's clout chasing, or they did it just for the views and things like that. But guys, he literally confirmed it privately, and I don't see a reason for people to make these things like that. Destroys homes and lives, and there is no reason for you to pretend that you're a victim if you haven't been victim. Like there is a lot of course there's cases for money and whatnot, but in this instance I don't think there is money anywhere to be seen. So It's hard to see stuff like this.
He may have been a repeat offender. Well, over the next 24 hours, 18 different people came forward explaining that they had
in
had a
1
similar
hour?
experience. We talked on Discord and it started out innocent until he suggested
the
that we
same
add
thing.
each other on Snap. He'd bring up my age
Snapchat
pretty
is the
often and
worst.
always ask me if I'd never tell anyone because he doesn't want to get exposed like he is right now. Like this was his
Every time when I started my YouTube and stuff, and someone who is higher than me, male, that is like another reactor, or doesn't even have to be, it's like some other content creator, and they would always ask for my Snapchat to chit chat with me, and I'm like, no, I don't even use Snapchat, or no, I don't want to, because I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to literally give me clout by taking something else. And that's why I literally never did grow in such ways of call outs and shout outs and whatnot.
biggest fear. He
It's
brought it up
really-
so often that I don't know how I missed the fact that he had other victims.
Like, you
the
have
funny
no
thing is
idea
that
how many
after
things-
I turned
how many
18,
times
he
these
never
type of
interacted
things
with me in
happen.
a sexual way again. I was a young minor.
They tried to use it. I wasn't even a minor. I wasn't even like, I just started, so I was naive. I didn't know how to do things and what to do. And every time I get attention from, like, for example, a bigger streamer raids me, I'm like, oh my God, like, I go and thanks him so much. I'm like, I owe you and blah, 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 you know? And like, sometimes you guys, they're trying to get something in return. Sometimes they're like, you know, so the good thing is, like, I always stuck to myself. I was like, no, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I will do it by myself. I don't need the help, you know. But there are content creators and there are people out there who get abused by such power, you know, that they have. So
12 to 14,
Sad.
not saying specific age. I told him I wasn't comfortable with those jokes and how he needed to stop. He never stopped. He continued. I didn't want to completely cut connections with him because I trusted him. He was my best friend and I didn't want to lose the person I enjoyed talking to. We were 11/12. We lied about our age and said I was 13. We were on a Discord server with Jakishi. We ended up DMing each other because of a mutual friend and became pretty good friends. At first he seemed nice and we had a pretty normal relationship, but about a month or so in, it became very weird. He would ask to call us constantly even when I said no, and make NSFW jokes to us even when we said we were uncomfortable. By the following day, the count of allegations had reached 30, and by the end of the week, approximately 41
How did this
people
guy
had come
have
forward,
time?
all of which citing a very similar experience. Jakishi's bizarre post from earlier, requesting that his fans apply to be his children, had suddenly aged incredibly poorly.
children application. People keep calling me dad, so children application link in replies. Bro, he was using this. Maybe.
To the extent that he didn't even try to issue any kind of apology and instead simply disappeared from the internet. His Twitch channel was terminated for breaking terms of service, while he deleted every single video from his YouTube channel. His TikTok was deleted, his Instagram was erased, and even his merch store was taken down completely.
Whoa.
The only piece of remaining Jakishi social media is his Twitter, which sits vacant following his final tweet of nothing more than the word Minecraft with a smiley face. So where is he now? Jakishi was smart enough to never give out his surname, possibly because he knew he might end up in this
Interesting.
situation, and as a result there's very little info on what ended up happening to him. There are Reddit threads such as this one questioning whatever happened to Jakishi after the drama, although besides from some people hoping that he ended up in
Probably jail,
prison,
yeah.
the only information we have is, for all we know, he disappeared.
Dude, they need to find him. Because this guy is probably doing the same thing in real life, which is even worse than online. This is the problem. Yeah. This is the problem. Remember when I was at, I think it was before Gamescom. It was 1 year before, 2017. And I met this guy who was a part of the team that I was working with. And he was so nice and sweet. But he tried. All right? And it's fine. Guys try. It's okay. Like, there is no shading in that. He tried. He got denied. I wasn't even a teenager or whatever. A couple of years later, remember on my stream where someone told me that he got arrested for the same causes, the same situation, where he was trying to groom a young girl, and the young girl was actually an undercover cop, and they caught him. And he ended up in jail. Remember that guy? I still have a picture with him on Instagram, I think, or so. I never managed to delete because it was a picture of more people together. Yeah. That guy. Oh my God. You never know. I would never assume he was so nice, so sweet, you know, just a normal guy. And then that shit, bro. Ew. Honestly, you can never trust anyone. You can never trust anyone. Yeah, bruh. A lot of shit has happened.